Hi, this is Reasons Are Several, a weekly podcast where we don't believe in resolutions.
Nope.
This is episode 244. My name is Matt. With me is Neil. Hi, Neil.
Hi, Matt. I resolved to do the exact same work I've done on this podcast since the day I came on it.
Yes, very, very little.
How are you? What's the amount of time I put in just waiting for you?
That's true. That's the work.
That's where it's at.
Sitting there for 15, 20, 30 sometimes minutes waiting for my computer to boot up.
Remember the video that for 35 minutes, I was just talking?
I know. There's a great YouTube clip out there on the Halos and Heathens vlog where it's just Neil sitting there shooting the shit, waiting for me to get my computer sorted. And then I think it includes me coming in on audio being like, rah, like screaming. So it's really
You're not happy. Ooh, fucking computer, fuck.
It's a lot of that. Hey, if you want to reach out to us on Twitter, you can contact the show at ReasonsR or Neil at AngelsFreak7.
Nice.
Well, I thought I'd get out of the way. I gotta make that note early.
I got it. I like it.
A podcast who's better at doing that than we are is the 2 on 3 podcast with Chris and Ty.
Mm-hmm.
And I mentioned last week that I was going to be on their show. I was on their show last week. Dropped on Thursday, episode 52. So please go check that out.
I got to
me
download that right now. I meant to, and I forgot. So
do it.
I'm going to do that right now.
We talked about like stories from 2018. We talked about kind of fun names in football, college football recruiting, and of course
You're
I
on
brought
episode 52.
Episode 52.
Well, look, you got to have an exit strategy.
That's it.
Now, listen, 2 on 3 podcast, if that's what you're calling yourself. You have a guest. You put the guest in the freaking title. So when people search it, it's like episode 52 with Matt G. You got to have an exit strategy.
That's okay, though. It's about the show. It's not about the guest.
The guest is the show when
you
have a guest.
The guest is part of the show. It's about the title of the show.
I'm just saying.
You're a little bit judgy. I don't like it. Ty, don't worry about it. You're doing a great job. So I brought our old...
delete episode. No, I'm joking.
I brought our things we put in our blank this year segment that we've done in the past. That's
Big fan.
Borrow from Deadspin. And so please go check that out. It's a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to record, and I think it turned out pretty well. It was a little bit longer than he's used to, but that's okay.
Yeah,
I'm a bit chatty.
That's fine.
But speaking of things being put in holes.
Yes.
I went to the doctor last week.
Very nice. Why are you putting doctor up in quotes? Where did you go?
I didn't.
I'm joking.
I didn't do that. It was the back of a van.
Doctor. Yes.
No, I went to a proper doctor last week, and you're a guy with a broken brain and testicles that have been beat, within an inch of their lives. You go to the doctor pretty often. Fair to say?
Yes.
When was the last time you had a physical?
I want to say a little over a year ago. I'm due. I know that. I try to get one every year.
You do get one every year. Okay. And have you ever had a female doctor?
Yes.
Do you have one now, or is it
No, I have a male doctor now.
Okay. Because I had not had a female doctor give me a physical before, which is interesting.
Yes.
It's been a while since I had a physical. So there were some things that I hadn't had to do before.
Right.
I mean, for instance, the ball manipulation.
You sound very nervous.
I've experienced
nervous. You're stumbling over your words. Your pitch keeps going up. I'm worried about where this is going to go.
Well, so a couple things. First of all, it was funny because I've seen this group. So there's 2 doctors. There's a main guy who's been my doctor for a long time. And
white guy.
Periodically. White guy. He is a white guy. And then there's this gal who's kind of joined his practice. So I've seen her a little bit more recently. And she's reviewing. She's got her laptop out and she's reviewing my records. And she's like, okay, so your dad had colon cancer. No.
All right.
My uncle had polyps removed. She's like, oh, okay. So your mom had breast cancer. I'm like, no, that was my aunt. She's like, so your brother's a she-male. Yep. But so we're going through all that stuff. And then she's like, okay, we're going to check I got to check your balls. Right. She didn't say it that way. She used a more clinical term than that.
I got to check your balls.
That'd be great if that's how they said it.
Drop your pants. I got to check your balls.
How are your balls doing?
Yeah. Have
you noticed anything on your balls? What?
Whose nuts? You're like, these nuts.
These nuts. No, but she's it's uncomfortable no matter who is looking at your balls. It's like when I was went to get snipped and the guy's like, all right, let's take a look, in the consult meeting. It's like, okay, and you're just standing there. Anytime you have your pants around your ankles and the doctor is like in a chair, like
yeah.
at eye level with your nuts.
Yeah.
It's just a little. So
awkward. Did you groom before you went, or did you just
No.
unleash that beast?
No, it all just came flying out.
Man, that's terrible.
Birds came flying out.
I can only imagine. Crumbs are in it.
Oh, gross. Crumbs.
Half a Cheez-It.
Oh,
Couple
sorry
of
about that.
goldfish crackers.
Sorry about that. Just wipe it away.
Yeah.
So anyway, she had to do her business and feel for lumps and all that stuff. She's like, "Hey, that's a pretty nice set you got there." I was like, "Thank you very much." No, she didn't say that. But before that, so that went fine. But before that, she had actually said, because we did this after, she goes, "So, do you want a rectal exam?" And I went, "Yes." Oh, sorry. Was that too eager?
Yeah. You're like, well, of course.
No, I was like, well, of course I don't want a rectal exam. I said, but I had a feeling you might be doing one. So I've been dreading it coming in here. So you might as well go ahead and do it. She's like, okay, we go to do that. Have you had that one?
Not yet. No.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So she's like, okay, you're going to feel some pressure. Some pressure.
Yeah. It's not like they just go in and come out and they're like, cool. They're poking around for stuff.
Oh God. I mean, it makes me pucker every time I think about it. And it's like, it feels like she jammed a crowbar in there and is like twisting it around.
Yeah.
That's the kind of pressure you feel.
Yeah. She's trying to get something out.
Well, she's feeling obviously for your prostate.
Enlarged prostate.
To see if it's enlarged and stuff.
Searching for the G spot.
But it's just like, oh my God. I mean, It was a difficult thing to go through, and I don't want to discourage people from having their
no, it's extremely important.
Their rectum examined.
Sure,
but you do.
And was that before or after the brother smudge?
The brothers was first.
Oh,
well, I would rather she go brothers first and then go rectum.
You'd think, but if you wanted to make sure to kill any sort of maybe like an accidental, stiffy, you plunge the backside and then you're like, yeah, I'm good. You can do whatever you want at this point. Now I feel violated. I'm goopy.
Yeah. You have goopy ass. It's no good.
Thanks for the towelette, but I'd rather just leave.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, here, you might want to wipe that. Like, right in front of you? What? She's like, well, I just had my fingers in your ass, so it's not, we're all
we're good
here.
now. And pretty soon I'm gonna give you a freaking cup check, so don't worry about it.
Oh man. So yeah, I got through it. Everything's checked out fine, but it was that last part was pretty shocking.
Yeah. It's so worth doing because if there is a problem with your prostate and they find it easy or find it early, it's so easy to take care of now.
That is true. That's a good point.
Very, very, very much worth it. And I mean, if you're worried about it, practice on yourself before you go in.
No.
So you're just used to the feeling. No. Just get that crowbar, jam it in there.
Because I think for me, having had a doctor, the other guy, put his finger in there. I think I tell you the story about when I went in had a hemorrhoid. Mm-hmm. It was the first time I'd ever had one in my life. It was years and years and years ago. The guy's like, oh yeah. He takes a look.
Yeah.
Goes, oh yeah, it's a hemorrhoid, and then he puts his finger up and goes, bloop, bloop. I'm like, what? You didn't have to do the little.
I'm not a doorbell. Yeah, what's
you didn't
going
have
on?
to do the little finger touch there after you confirmed what it was.
Yeah, right.
So that was a little shy. So that being my only rectal touching from a doctor I've had before, I wasn't expecting it to be quite so strong.
Right. Yeah, no, I mean, I haven't had it done, but in what I understand, I would imagine probably this next physical, he's going to go freaking balls deep.
Yeah. Well, and just to continue, he should. And to continue the old man health trend, you're getting close to 50.
I am.
Once you hit that 50 mark, got to get that colonoscopy, son.
I know.
And I'm actually already due.
Really? Oh, because of your family history. Sure.
Yeah. So that's the next fun piece of.
And again, with that, so important to have done. I mean, it's uncomfortable a little bit, but you get drugged up for that one.
You're out.
Yeah.
You're not even drugged. You're not just drugged up. You're out.
And then you blow it out for like 15 days afterwards, man.
Well, the worst part of it, I guess, is the prep because you got to drink a bunch of liquids and blow it out before you go in.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. I think we've covered enough of that disgusting talk for today.
Right.
Let's move on to something more pleasant, but maybe as dirty. Reno
was a good time. I have a couple. Unleash reminded me of a couple things we didn't talk about on our podcast that I think you will enjoy.
Wait, what is your podcast?
My podcast, our podcast, is called Dark Angels and Pretty Freaks, and it can be found on all the places you can find this lovely podcast.
There you go.
we also put the name of our guests in the title, so you know.
Such a bastard. You don't even have guests anymore.
We were talking about that. We need to spice it up, you know. We need to introduce something new.
Sure. You should always keep it fresh.
That's
Maybe
right.
a rectal exam from Annalise.
Right.
Who knows?
Part of the YouTube video.
Get you used to it.
That's right.
How much did you nap?
Not nearly as much as we thought we would.
That's too
In
bad.
fact, we didn't nap. We never went back to the room to nap.
Really?
Yeah.
Just too
Isn't that
busy.
bizarre? However, yesterday I was exhausted. We went to bed, I want to say like at 5:30 or 6 p.m. and we didn't
What?
wake up this morning till 6. I mean,
Oh
I got
my
up every
God.
now and then. Yeah.
That's like sleeping like a newborn.
It was insane. But
Or
no,
I
we
should say
never
an
we
infant.
never actually napped. We never went back to the room and like we had plans to, and then we just kept drinking and gambling, and the day got away from us. I went to bed early. You know, we'd still be in bed by, I think the latest we stayed up was 10 o'clock one night.
Wow. Really getting after it.
Oh, big time.
Well, the thing with a place like Reno or Vegas is time is of no consequence.
No, and I
So
kind
it
of
really
like,
doesn't matter.
No, and I like the drinking, or like you don't feel as bad about drinking at 11 when you're done by 4 and then grab dinner and you're out and then up early the next day.
True.
It's so
Good
much
point.
easier than trying to go to bed at like 2 in the morning, you know?
Yeah, you're just winding the clock to a different spot.
That's
like
it.
Basically, because then I might be up till 2.
Right.
Then I don't get up till 11.
Right. Yeah. So it just, we just shift, just a little
Sure.
time shift.
Yeah.
So-
And then you're fucking all roiled up, like royal flushes everywhere.
Dude, it was a nice way to start the weekend, man. Just a couple hours in and won $1,000 right off the bat.
Playing
First
video
royal-
poker at
First
the
royal
bar.
flush ever.
Really?
Yeah.
But so I've had a number of royals in my day,
Nice.
but I always played deuces wild though.
Okay. Yeah. No.
So the royals are still good money, but
Right.
not that quite that money.
right. Yeah.
I think if you do 2 credits, because what do you usually play? 2 credits or
Max.
4?
Max.
Oh, you always max?
Yeah.
I thought you said you slow played it.
Annalise slow plays.
Oh, okay. What's
Yeah,
max
no.
credits on that machine?
$1.25. So it's 5. It's either
Oh, that's
5,
not bad.
5 quarters or $5. You know, because
Okay.
it's a multi-denominational.
right.
But yeah, I mean, I've actually, I'm one of those weirdos that I studied how to play video poker and the odds, and I know by checking the odds, like when you go to look up like which machines pay out more, and then I choose my machine that way and just go from there. And I know, you know, like I've done the what cards you keep depending on what you get dealt and all of that. And I just play the odds. So there's no emotion in it whatsoever. I'm not like, oh, I think that 10's going to come. No, if
You're just
if
playing
the
it by the numbers.
statistics say do this, do that. And we normally do pretty well. And this time we did really well up until Friday night.
What, did you dump some of it back in?
We did, not a lot, but I mean, part of it was because we had it and we're like, we were having fun hanging out, and, you know, we've made friends with the bartenders there at the same bar we go to. And it was like, yeah, we can stop gambling and pay for the drinks, or we can pay a little bit more and gamble and have a shot at winning something and keep drinking.
Well, they always say the best odds is craps, and that's
Yeah.
got a lot of energy at that table.
Mhm.
Every now and again, I will dabble on the roulette table,
Mhm.
especially if I'm a little flush with cash, like if I've won on other things, because it's kind of fun because you get to spread it around,
Yep.
and so that's always fun. You should mix in some table games.
I am a fan of roulette. I'm going to actually, before we go up for my birthday, I'm going to actually learn how to play craps. Because
Yeah, I
I'd
don't
like
know how to
do
play
that.
it very well.
Right. So I'd like to go down and have a little fun with the table game. And if it works out, great. If not, always video poker is always there.
Sure.
And the problem with video poker for me now is that it's not actually that fun. The drinking and hanging out is, but because it's just statistics now, I'm just seeing if I win or lose. It's
Yeah,
not
you've taken all the emotion out of it.
right. So it's
It's
not
boring.
Well, it
Even when
wasn't
you
just-
won, you were like, "Eh," because you told me
I
you
didn't
didn't
tell anybody.
celebrate.
Nope. Didn't
I
say
saw
anybody.
I saw your quote about that.
The bartender saw it and shook my hand. He's like, "Congratulations!" He could tell that I didn't want to get all wahoo about it. And I was like, "Yeah, cool."
Yeah.
And I was also joking around with Annalise. I'm like, "What a bunch of jackholes that we win $1,000." And people, you know, $1,000 is a lot of money. But we were like, "Cool, all right, nice." So I get, you know, the weekend's pretty much paid for. Cool, let's keep going. You know, was it like, "Oh my God, what are we gonna do?" No, nothing. We'll just keep
That
playing.
bartender's like, that guy doesn't do
No.
anal play.
We did
rectal play.
we did give him some money since we won at his bar. You know,
I would hope so.
yeah, gave him threw a 5 his way.
There you go. Here's 5
Mm-hmm.
for your trouble.
No, we felt really obligated, so we gave him $995. Like, here you go.
So it didn't really pay for the trip at all.
No.
Just
Although it paid for his trip, he was really happy. But I did want to tell you one of the things that in the new car we got, and technology's been around a while. It's not a big deal, but this is the first time we've had it. Is the adaptive cruise control?
Okay.
So, for people that don't know, it's you put your car in cruise control and then you set how the distance you want to be behind the car in front of you, and it will change your car's speed so you're always that distance behind. It'll apply the brakes.
It's all just math.
It's all math. It's statistics.
It's just like playing video poker.
Statistics.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it was the first time I used it. Dude, I am so ready for autonomous vehicles. Like,
Are you?
this blew, oh my, it was I knew I was never going to go over 67 miles an hour. I didn't even have to think about it, man. I just had to steer. That's all I had to do. I don't have to touch
But you don't
anything.
even want to steer.
No, I don't even want to steer.
No.
No.
You just want to have that sucker crash you right into the side of the cliff.
It was great. It was funny, though, because it does say in the handbook, like, if you're going around tight turns and there's a few lanes of traffic, like, it could read the vehicle next to you as being in front of you. And it did do that a couple times where it was like, we're slowing down now. And I'm like, no, man, it's a truck. Yeah. But it doesn't slam on the brakes. It says, too, that it won't prevent an accident if you're going 70 up to stop traffic, because it's not supposed to do that. But when you're cruising and there isn't a lot of traffic, beautiful.
I've always struggled with cruise control. Like, really, it's just to give my foot a little bit of a rest. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, I like to be more engaged when I'm driving.
No, I like to be as distracted and not a part of the driving experience as much as I can be.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
It's good to know there's people like you
Dude,
out there on the road with me.
The amount that I could text and tweet while I was driving now was amazing.
Yeah. Is this when you texted me tipsy? You're driving?
Totally. We started drinking on the way up.
Oh, that was so funny. Literally see a tweet from you that says, feeling tipsy.
Yeah.
8 minutes later, text, tipsy. Did you hear me? That tweet was for you, man.
I love you, man. Also, there was something funny Annalise reminded me of. One of the afternoons or evenings we were there was a couple at the end of the bar. And it seemed like maybe he was a house flipper and she was a real estate agent. Oh. And it seemed like they had significant
It's
others.
like the Property Brothers.
But they were there.
Couple.
Yeah, but they were there hooking up
not independent, they shouldn't have been.
Right. But it also seemed like it was an understanding. Like, it kind of seemed like it was a date, non-date, but they kind of like, hey man, we're just having a good time. Not like either one was expecting a marriage out of this.
So no emotion, it's just statistics.
Pretty much. But the funny thing is the dude was just dropping F-bombs and swearing like crazy, and her, not one expletive whatsoever. So it's funny, they're talking about real estate. He's like, fucking shit, motherfucker, fucking shit. Yeah. And they were both dressed really nice. They were younger. And she was just like, oh, that sounds wonderful.
You mean a guy who was swearing wasn't dressed like a shithead? What are you saying, Neil?
Well, what I'm saying is he didn't have the
fuck
typical,
are you saying?
He didn't have the, I didn't want to make it sound like he was a construction worker, like he was in there all construction.
So construction workers are more prone to be like crazy swearers.
Oh, absolutely.
But not proper businessmen.
No, I'm proper businessman too. I just wanted to make sure people knew that this, I wouldn't call him a proper, I'd call him an improper businessman.
Well, certainly some improprieties going on. That's for sure.
And we also, and I'm looking forward to when you join us in Reno one time, maybe with your lady friend, maybe with the kids, because Circus is attached and you can spend way too much money on stupid video games for your kids.
Probably not with the kids.
But this is going to be your favorite thing about Circus.
Okay.
In the casino, no human dealers.
Oh.
Yeah.
So is it like those, it's like a video screen?
Yeah, but they have like almost stadium seat style where it's like 4 rows deep of like super comfy chairs. Mm-hmm. And then up in front is like a huge flat screen TV. I'd say maybe 200 inches. I mean, just huge. And it divides into the 4 games that you can choose from your console. So you can play roulette, craps, blackjack, or whatever. And then who's ever playing whatever game, like you're on screen 1, you're on screen 2, and there's no dealers.
But there's got to be a limit to how many people could be playing blackjack at the same time.
There is, but then a second game would start if more than that many people. Like, it works like a table or whatever.
When I was in Vegas last May, and it was late and the tables were fucking jacked, just filled.
Mm-hmm.
I went over and played a little like automated one where it's just you sitting there with the dealer. That's just a video game.
Yeah.
There's not like there's an actual robot flipping cards. That would freak me out more.
No. But it was interesting. You walk through the casino and there's nobody except for the people playing. It's weird because you're used to hearing and seeing and nope, nothing. Not a thing.
Yeah, see, I think I would prefer a human dealer.
I do like the video blackjack. I do enjoy that because I'm not. Well, one, usually they're dollar hands, which is more my speed, and
Yes.
two, because
Goes
I don't
fast,
know the game. I don't know the game that well. It's nice to be able to just hang out and not feel like I'm going to screw anything up.
You don't know the statistics.
I don't know the odds. I don't know the odds. I don't know the math. There's a lot of math involved in, as I like to call it, 21.
21, yes. That's what you scream out when you get it. 21!
That's it.
No, sir, it's 22. You busted.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
I don't do math too
Yeah.
good.
I don't know. 7 and 8. I don't know.
Did you wear gloves?
I did not this time.
So is it
No,
just
but
for the slots?
Yeah, usually just a slot. I did wipe down my machine though before I played.
Yeah.
But this bar that we go to is a kind of a nicer bar, so they keep it very clean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because otherwise the
construction guy would have been there. Right.
Yeah,
right.
he wouldn't have been. Yeah,
Right.
Makes sense. Anything else fun happen in Reno?
Not really. I drank too much. Never got like hammered or I got a little tipsy.
Yeah,
But just
I know.
but
so does the whole world.
that slow drinking afternoon to evening, man, it's just a lot.
It's a lot. It takes a toll on you probably a little bit the next morning when you wake up and you're like, whew.
Yeah,
Because the total intake is pretty heavy.
right.
Even if you pace it.
And we felt pretty we never felt soft in the mornings because we got up early and we were fully hard in the mornings. but the cumulative
You are
effect,
hard as a rock. What is
That's
going
right.
on?
the cumulative effect of when we got home yesterday, I was like, I am freaking done.
And then right back to soft.
Right back to soft. Just freaking squishy. Just squishy.
What happened to the Reno hard dick? Oh, it's gone.
What happened to the Reno hard dick? But I did want to say we are going back to Reno for my birthday in June. If you were thinking about, and that is going to be a weekend trip also. So not if you're thinking about
What
maybe
weekend
joining
is
up,
that?
the 15th of June.
Okay.
15th is a Saturday. 16th is a Sunday. I can go like for the rest of the month if you'd
You want
like.
to keep going?
Yeah,
Keep
the
going?
17th is Monday. We're going to go
Okay.
Saturday and come back on Tuesday.
Is Thursday the 20th?
I'm pretty sure. The Thursday before, I believe, is
Anybody
the 13th.
out there, just let us know.
I believe it's
Is-
the 13th.
Is June 20th a Thursday? Please let us know. Okay. I think it's enough scheduling on the
Yeah.
air.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll look
So
into
throw that out there to you.
Okay. Hey, you know what we should do?
Let's do a Yelp desk review.
Yelp desk.
Where is it? Okay. So I thought for fun, I would, because the place we go play at is called Drinx, Drinx.
X?
Yes.
Clever.
I thought, and we really like it, and we've made friends with a few of the bartenders, made some new friends this week.
Like the couple.
Right? Like the construction worker, not. So I thought I'd find a negative review for Drinx with an X. I had to go back. Well, there was one, but it was negative, but the dude was so much in the wrong that it wasn't. He was complaining that his kids and him got kicked out of the lounge. It's a 21 and over place, so
Yeah.
it didn't really make sense. So I had to go back to July of 2012. That's how
Whoa.
amazing this place is.
Drinks has been on a good run.
Drinx is good.
It's
So-
been 6 years and 6 months since our last negative review.
Jesus Christ. It was probably a Thursday. So this comes from Scorpio S. Yuck. This place is located inside the inside the Silver Legacy Hotel / casino, and it's
Should I have been
private.
there?
That's right, and is privately owned and separate from the Silver Legacy. Now, this is no longer the case. I'm not even sure it was the case back then, but this is not the case.
And what do you mean by it's not the case? It is part of the Silver Legacy?
It is part of It is part of.
Okay.
So it
Maybe
has
he's trying to protect the Silver Legacy's legacy.
right. So here we go. My review in no way reflects on that fine hotel and casino.
This guy must work for them.
Something happened, right?
Or he like his brother works at the Silver Legacy or something.
The quote drinks, Drinx, were poorly made by a blonde bimbo barmaid who had no
Oh.
idea what she was doing, even
Whoa.
when supplied by myself with the recipe for the drink being ordered. And it was served by a cocktail waitress who was rude, disrespectful, and dull.
Okay, so hold on. There's a double whammy here.
Oh, there's a
'Cause
lot
you got
going on.
This blonde bimbo.
Yeah,
which,
I
first
think
of all,
this guy
that's
might
a
be
bit strong.
a little misogynistic. I'm just saying,
Let's
maybe a
just
little bit.
slow down. And then he's mad at the waitress as well. And go ahead.
Well, I like the even when supplied by myself with the recipe for the drinking being ordered. I'm like, dude, there's an easier way to say that.
This is like Max's, by the way. Remember one of
Yes.
the review we did at Max's where the guy's like, you can't even get this drink even when you tell him what's in it. I love how the constant complaint is like, I'm going to tell you what's in this drink.
And the drink isn't something like, oh, you don't know how to make a Manhattan? It's not
Right.
that. It's like,
No.
you never heard of Scott Silver penis? And it's
Right,
like, no,
exactly.
no, I haven't.
It's the best.
Oh, dude.
I could suck on that all day. What?
I was treated nicer by my first mother-in-law.
Excuse me?
Yeah, so that is it. The cocktail waitress who was rude, disrespectful, and dull. I was treated nicer by my first mother-in-law.
Okay, so he's just going for like the canned joke there on how, your mother's-in-law, right, guys? Because hey, for all we know,
All misogyny.
She
It's
was
all
nice.
women. It's all women so far.
it's all women. You're right.
The only nice person in the whole place was the Mexican cleaning woman.
Oh boy, Mexican gal.
Yeah, a Mexican lady. I told her, and then he says something in Spanish, which isn't exactly 100% right, but pretty much that she's a nice person. She's the nicest employee.
Okay.
And she goes, she knew what I meant. I gave her the tip. 1 star.
What tip is that?
I don't know.
Scott Silver penis tip?
1 star, yes. 1 star.
1 star. What
One
an
star.
asshole.
I know. The only nice person in the whole place was the Mexican. How did she know she was from Mexico?
He
She could have been
didn't.
Guatemalan, right?
He didn't, but she
From
spoke
El Salvador,
Spanish, so
maybe? Yeah.
if they
But-
speak Spanish, they're all from Mexico.
Yeah.
But
What's funny is she probably didn't. He was just probably so hammered that he went up to her, and it wasn't even. It was just somebody staying at the casino that was just like me wiping down the game because
Yeah.
they didn't want to get grossed out.
she's like, gracias.
totally. Oh.
What a dick. Well, thanks for sharing that. So you
For sure.
recommend drinks.
I do. So I
Don't listen to, what was the guy's name?
Scorpio S.
Scorpio.
So if you're gonna go play there, I think it's a little bit. It's definitely worth the beverage. It's all top end alcohol. So
Okay.
they have like a bunch of different bourbons, bunch of different ryes, like all high end vodka. I mean everything. It's really nice. So
Right, because if
you
it
have
was
a drink,
construction workers, it would be like,
Bud
fucking
Light,
Smirnoff.
and they have Bud Light too. But like I go there because one of the beers I really like is the Dogfish Head, and it's an expensive beer, and usually like construction workers don't like that beer, and this
Right.
place has it. Which
you have all
shows-
these expensive tastes.
right, big time, bro.
Right, of course.
Adaptive cruise control. What
Did
are
you
we
get in there and
talking here?
go, you got Aviator? Because my boy Ryan.
That's it. That's
That's-
it. Which is really funny because Aviator's on sale, even less than what I bought it for right now. Fucking
Ugh.
Ryan.
Hell of a deal. Or you guys have caused it to tank. I'm not sure which.
Right. So if you order a drink, they're expensive. They're almost Vegas expensive. If
You
you're
gotta
gonna
be
pay
playing.
for it.
But you can get anything. You can get a high-end drink while you're playing the game. Doesn't matter.
Ooh, yes. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and they have like specialty mojitos and they have specialty drinks and all this and that. So I would say I understand some people walk in there to buy a drink to like go walk around and it's vacation and they're not worried about, whether they're spending an extra couple bucks. But if you have a few minutes and you know you're going to want a few drinks, I say put $20 in a machine, play a quarter at a time.
Play by the statistics and the
There you
odds.
go. There
and
you
get
go.
yourself
And
a
just
high-end
chill.
drink.
Yeah,
Win $1,000. It's as easy as that.
it's bam.
I can't wait to watch you in action.
You're not going to enjoy it.
I'm going to get you some blackjack gloves. They're going to be fantastic.
You know what I should get is the Oregon Ducks Nike wide receiver gloves.
Oh, would that work though? Would it sense your
I don't know.
touch?
I don't know that it senses a touch, but I can play by the buttons. I don't have
Oh,
to
you can do
touch the screen.
buttons. There you go.
I'm pure button guy. I don't like
Okay.
touching that screen.
You do the buttons anyway?
Oh yeah,
Oh, then you're fine.
yeah. I'm
I'll get you
solid.
some gloves.
I'm
They'll have
solid.
your initials on them.
Oh no, they have to have like RAS on them.
There you go. Well, I'm glad you had fun in Reno.
I did. I had a great time. I missed you, as you could tell by my tweeting and texting.
I appreciate it. I always
Mm-hmm.
like when you tweet me or text me when you're drunk. It makes me feel good.
I text you when I'm sober a lot too.
You do. It's true. So let's go to the sports desk.
Mm-hmm.
Sports Desk with two dicks.
So I got a little NHL news. Sorry to the Fourth Line podcast. We know you do it better, but this is kind of a fun bit, so we wanted to share this. So this is from Deadspin. The Dallas Stars, you're familiar, are narrowly holding on to the second wildcard spot in the Western Conference. They're just 4-8 over their last 12 games. And Stars Jamie Benn and Tyler Seguin are ranked 57th and 67th in the league in scoring. Apparently, disappointment with those two players has reached the burn it all down stage for team CEO Jim Lights. Quote, they are fucking horseshit. I don't know how else to put it. I was so happy you took a drink when I started talking. The team was okay, but Sagan and Ben were terrible. So don't sugarcoat it, Jim. Let us know how you really feel.
Like, what would you, if you were a player on the team and you read that or heard that, like, would you laugh? Or I guess it depends where you are in your career. I don't know enough about these young men. I assume they're young men.
They're veterans.
To know like how good they are or were or their comfort within their career. They are two
very good players.
Okay, if I was a rookie and heard that, it would probably be crushing.
Yeah.
But if I was if I had a decent career and was a decent player and had played for a while and heard that, I think I might laugh a little bit. I mean, I'd be pissed, but I think I'd be like, oh my God, that's
well, you're still getting paid, and they're both under contract for I think 8 more years or something. Like they have both had big contracts.
So
they're probably laughing at it, whatever, dickhead. Yeah, I mean, just a few years ago, Jamie Benn won the scoring title. Like they're big players.
What is up with Texas and having either owners or CEOs that just say that? I mean, because you have what's his name, Mark Cuban, right? Mavericks, right?
Yes,
do I have that right? And then you have Jerry Jones, who God knows what the hell he does half the time.
This is all Dallas. Specific,
it's all Dallas,
not just Texas.
No.
This is all
you're right. Yeah, it's all Dallas.
Yeah.
Who shot JR, bro?
Exactly.
Right.
Fucking great. That was a great no. Well, in the Houston, did I ever tell you about the Houston Rockets owner?
No.
Oh, so he is trying to think if I can get this right.
White guy?
Yep. He is so my dad's cousin, so my second cousin.
Yes.
It's like his cousin is that guy.
Oh, wow.
So it's relation, but it's not tight.
Right.
But yeah, but that guy, and he's a fucking huge billionaire. Like he's he owns all the Morton steakhouses and shit. And he owns a bunch of casinos, and he owns.
Which I should tell you because you'll enjoy this. They just opened Ruth's Chris in Silver Legacy. So
that's how I never understoed why they named it that. I mean, I'm sure there's a great story.
It's so hard to say.
But it is impossible to say. And I think a lot of people say Ruth's Crisp.
Yeah. I mean, it's easier to just leave the S off the Ruth. Ruth Chris.
Yeah, it is.
Ruth.
It's a tongue
because it's apostrophe. It's Ruth owns Chris.
Chris, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, possessive.
Yeah. It's like freaking Pluto and Dumbo, or Pluto and
Pluto and Dumbo, just like that.
No, what's the dog? Who owned Pluto and what's the other dog in the Disney? Goofy. It's like Pluto and Goofy. What is it? Pluto is Goofy's dog.
Pluto is the dog. Goofy is a dog, but is like
but
acts
owns
like a person.
Pluto.
Is it? I thought
Pluto is Goofy's dog.
Pluto is Mickey's dog.
Ruth's Chris.
Mickey's Pluto, not Goofy's.
Well, what about Donald?
Donald doesn't have a
pantless fucking duck.
Who? Yeah. Well. He's
we got to get Halpert on this thing. Could you imagine him out there with no pants?
Oh, God.
All right, I apologize. So go on.
Right.
So your cousin once removed. Your second cousin once removed.
So I don't know.
Is a billionaire.
Maybe it's twice, for all I know. Yes, but I'm like, I don't think I can parlay that into anything. I don't think he knows who I am. So I'm kind of fucked.
But have you tried? Because I'm sure as a rich guy, he's never had anybody approach him and say, "Hey, I'm a third cousin."
Yeah, so you know how your dad was in business with this guy, and they own a couple hotels, like
Matt.
That guy.
I got it. You just call him up and you're like, "Hey, man, I'm kind of a rich white guy too, but I'm too cheap to buy a new computer for my podcast.
Oh, there you go.
Maybe you could kick down one of those like." I don't know, Surface Pros or something for me to work on.
Anything would do. You got the money, man.
You got it. Come on,
bro.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Throw your abacus at him if he says no.
I'm not going to throw anything at him. He's family, sir. So from an article in The Athletic, there are more rants like this one about the vaguely encouraging stat that says Sagan hits more posts and crossbars than any other player in the NHL. You ready for this?
Yes.
Quote, he's hitting posts. Wah, wah. That's what I say about hitting posts. Get a little bit closer to the action. Actually go to the spot where you're supposed to score goals. He doesn't do that. He never does that anymore. He used to be a pest to play against. People hated playing against Tyler Seguin. They don't anymore. Wah, wah.
Wow. Wah, wah.
It's
almost,
wah, wah.
it's almost like, oh, they're putting kids in cages. Wah, wah.
Could you imagine being Sagan and hearing that and just being like, are you fucking serious, man? He'd be like, why are you hitting so many posts, man? You see Jason hitting posts?
Yeah. You see me hitting posts? But if you're hitting posts, that means you're getting a lot of shots on goal and you're there, right?
Technically, that doesn't count as a shot on goal, Neil.
Oh, it doesn't? I did not know that.
Only if the goalie saves it.
Oh, that's lame. So what does that count as?
Nothing.
It
counts as a shot.
You just willy-nilly.
It's a shot. It's just not a shot on goal. It's a shot attempt.
Oh, okay. But it just seems like you're doing something right if you're getting that close.
Well, you're getting close. It just means you're a hair off, but that's not
Right.
good enough. That's not good enough for this CEO. He pissed off. These guys have been great players, but we are 40 games into the season and they aren't getting it done. We are going to sleepwalk to another 14th place from the bottom and miss the playoffs. Well, thanks, Mr. Glass Half Full. Mr.
I'm sure all
Positivity.
the other players appreciate that.
Oh, absolutely.
Because so if I have this right, the Dallas Stars only have 2 players.
Well, he's saying, so he says, did I already say that part? Where he says the rest of them are okay?
Oh, maybe I may.
Oh, no, I haven't got to that part.
Okay.
Sure. So then he said, well, first he says, Light said he gets angry WTF texts from team owner Tom Gagliardi. Is it Gagliardi? 5 times per game.
You don't know how to pronounce your own last name?
It's a hard one. So everybody is pissed. It's not just the CEO, it's the owner too.
Right.
Then he writes, quote, I don't give a fuck. Clearly. I'm a year-to-year guy, and I'll be damned if a guy who has been as good to me as Tom Gagliardi, as good to this franchise, isn't getting results, and those players aren't getting it done. Now, I guess I already said that he said the other players are okay.
The other guys were okay.
But
so you have a Jerry. Not only do you have a Jerry Jones CEO, you have a Jerry Jones owner who's giving you the texts all the time.
Exactly. We were talking about owner specifically, and this guy is the CEO.
I would love to own a team. Well, because I think as a real owner, right? I think as a real owner, I think I'd actually be a decent owner. I'd be a hands off and hire the people I want and go, hey.
You'd be a gloves on, hands off.
Right.
Owner.
But it would also be fun to be that kind that you're just like on the sideline, just telling the coach, like, what are you running that play for? Do the flea flicker. And he's like, dude, we're on defense. Yeah. Whatever, man. This is hockey. We don't do the flea flicker. Dude. That's right. You're fired.
Yeah. Well, or that, or the texts are going to the coach. Or whatever during the game going, I'm tipsy. You're like, why does the owner keep texting me that he's tipsy?
I'm yelling from the owner's box. I'm tipsy.
Drunk.
I'm tipsy. Coach Matt, I'm tipsy.
Yeah. Well, if it's for what it's worth, the Stars
put in my kid. Dude, your kid's 4. Put him in.
Don't care. They did win their next game 5-1.
Did those 2 score anything?
Not really. Not horseshit Ben and fucking wah Sagan didn't do much. Wah.
Oh, I love that.
Go hit your motherfucking post, Sagan.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I'd love if he came out and he just said, oh, no, I'm doing that on purpose.
Yeah, there is a game.
You try to hit a post all the time.
There is a game you play without goalies where you have to hit posts and crossbars.
Is there really?
Mm-hmm.
What is this?
Just
white people come up with the stupidest,
it's not a
stupidest
legitimate
games.
It's not a game. It's like playing fuck around shit in practice, bro. It's not a game.
You people came up with that knife stabby game too. I don't even get that.
You people. Wow. Oh, I'm not tipping you now.
All right.
Did you watch any of the college football playoffs?
Every single game.
No, you didn't. There were only 2 games, and it was yesterday, and you were recording during it.
Well, that doesn't mean I wasn't watching it, Matt.
Well, Clemson beat the living piss out of Notre Dame, which I enjoyed
Clemson was amazing. See, I was watching it.
Mm-hmm.
They beat the living piss out of that other team, Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
It was what was it, 49-3?
30-3.
Sorry.
You got the 3 right. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Should have been 49-3. And so that was good to see. And then Bama won comfortably, but Oklahoma put up a little bit of a fight. I'm sure they put up enough of a fight that Saban's going to just fucking drill his team, and they're going to go out and kick the shit out of Clemson because he demands everything from them.
Right, and he's a nice guy.
He's a very nice guy. Although Clemson looks pretty damn good, so we'll see. I think it'll be a fun game to watch.
Their tight ends are awesome.
Yes. So leading up to the game, by the way, reporters were interviewing players, and one of them was talking to one of the D linemen for Bama. His name is Quinnen Williams.
Mm-hmm.
And the reporter said, have you ever gone up against any quarterback who slightly resembles Kyler Murray? Kyler Murray being the Oklahoma quarterback who won the Heisman. And he says, I said he writes back. He
tweets.
He tweets back while he's standing there. No, he says back to the guy, and there's a video of this. I'll send you the tweet. He goes, no, I don't feel like I've gone up against any quarterback who slightly resembles Kyler Murray, but I feel like Kyler Murray is not
I heard about this.
And the reporter goes, what's that? And he goes, nah, I'm good. It was like Saban was walking by in the background when he started to say it and like gave him like the poke, the eyes look.
Yeah.
And he was just like, he stops mid-sentence.
I heard about
He's
this.
Not,
yeah.
He just stops.
I'm good.
The look on his face, because his mouth is like still open and he's looking right at the reporter. Like he's going to say something else. Oh,
I will say this, that if Saban didn't walk by, good on him for just catching himself and going, I shouldn't.
Nope. Yep. They
not
told
at
us
this
not
level.
To say shit. Nope.
Wait till you become a CEO of a hockey team.
Then you can say whatever the hell you want.
Right.
Fuck. Oh, Kyler Murray's horse shit.
That's right.
Oh, I just thought that was fucking funny. Who you like in the championship next Monday?
Oh, I'm gonna take Alabama.
I think you're probably right. I think it's going to be close, though. I think Clemson might cover. It's a 6-point spread.
Yeah, it's weird. As you know, I'm just getting into the college football thing, and I'm starting extremely local. Like I'm just now trying to dive into like Cal and Stanford and learn about the teams that we're going to play more. By we, I mean you and I physically will.
So you're thinking global but acting local.
Totally, it's farm to table. Farm to table all the way.
College football.
So I know the names of the big powerhouse teams and who's obviously been winning, but I really don't know enough. But it's fun because it's like a new toy I get to unwrap and shove my penis in before my parents see.
Whoa.
So this will be good.
You've been listening to the 2-on-3 pod. We covered that extensively. Things being shoved in your penis.
Oh, you were episode 53. I couldn't tell because I wanted to listen to yours, and then I went to go look at their line of podcasts, and it didn't say which one you were in.
Heaven forbid you look past that first title line and actually see that the first
That's what
thing
comes up on
mentioned-
iTunes.
It's the first thing mentioned. Is it not on iTunes? Do you not see it when it comes up? I'm going to look now.
No.
Hold on.
Pull it up.
I'll trim this up.
Unlike your bush when you freaking got your balls
I
slobbered
don't.
on.
You know what? I did once.
Did you really go full throttle in there?
What do you mean?
Like you were all
you think
full
I
bush?
went to the doctor and did not and like trimmed up before I went in? No.
Yes. Seriously?
Why does that matter to you?
That's disrespectful.
It is not disrespectful. That is me.
That's like
keeping
going
it
to the
real.
gynecologist and not showering that day.
Right above my junk, it just says 100. I'm keeping it real.
It would have been great if you bleached it and then like dyed it pink, bejazzled it a bit.
So see, when I look in my iTunes, it says episode. You see the first part of the blurb.
Yeah, mine says episode 52. You got to have an exit strategy. Episode 52 takes the Chris out of Christmas and ... That's all I have.
Right, exactly. It's a fucking little like teaser.
No.
What do you
Because
mean
there's
it
nothing
takes the
that says
Chris out of
Matt.
Christmas? What does that mean?
No. Episode 52 with Matt from RAS. You got to have an exit strategy. Episode 52 takes the Chris out of Christmas and now I'm interested. I'm like, wait, Matt and Chris out? What?
Wait, but you don't even know that I'm involved yet. All you know is Chris
That's
is
what I'm
out.
saying. That's what I'm saying. But is Chris out or like did he like not make it to Christmas? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe his adaptive cruise control didn't work very well.
Oh dear. Anyway,
so you're same with the championship, but you're hedging your bet saying Clemson looks strong.
I think Clemson looks pretty good. I think that they cover, but I think Bama wins.
Oh, you think they cover? Well, I don't know the spread though. Is the
6.
spread out already? Oh, it is. Oh,
yeah. I mentioned
I don't
it
think
earlier,
they
but
cover.
You weren't listening. It's fine.
No, I wasn't. I was too busy thinking about your giant pubes.
Stop talking about my pubes.
No, they don't cover.
Maybe she can't. She's
They
like,
don't
oh my God, this guy came
She
in
can't
the other
get
day.
the smell out of her nose. I'll tell you that. She's like that stale pee smell.
Normally, if you're going to get a rectal exam, it's
Yeah.
probably pretty gentle. But after seeing my huge bush coming at her, she's like, you know what? Fuck this guy.
She went 4
Bam!
fingers
right
in.
up the
That's right. That's right.
You're going to feel some, she's like, you're going to feel some pressure, and she's smiling.
Did you trim around your butt?
Excuse me?
Did you trim the hair around your butt?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my God. You didn't, did you? Freaking dingleberry galore. You look like a breakfast cereal back there.
I am clean as a whistle, sir.
There's a title of your show, Breakfast Cereal back there.
Oh, dear.
All right. You know what? We're not going to see brown eye to brown eye on this, so move on.
So we talked about, I guess, 10 or so episodes ago, something like that. There was a little article we covered that was talking
Matt,
about
10 or so doesn't give me a solid stat. I can't make a bet on 10 or so. So how many was it?
I don't know. It was in the 230s.
What is this, a 2-on-3? Like we're not giving the actual thing on the episode?
So hard on the 2-on-3 pod. Ty, I'm sorry. I don't think they're ever going to have you on now.
They never planned on having me on. They're like, we can't control that guy.
And if they did, you talk about burying the lead there. They wouldn't even be mentioned in the description. They wouldn't even say your name.
It's funny. You should have told them that. You should have said, just have him on, and then never even mention that he's on.
No, like literally, you can start chiming in and stuff, but like it's fine. You're not going to be introduced.
They just cut.
Or just like a sentence here and there.
Even better, they're like, so record your end and then send it to us.
Yeah.
And then they never even include it.
Right.
And they just edit down the in between.
It's that, or like it's you just laughing, or they say something, you're like, thanks. And that's it. Everybody's like, who the hell was that? There was a third voice on that show this week. I couldn't place it. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so a while back.
Yes.
I'm not going to be specific. We talked about some dating and relationship terms that are more
the terms we use together for each other in Eugene.
Right. So some of these, this list that I found has some similar names. The list was like 17 long, so I cut it down to about 10. If you want to guess like you did last time, you're more than welcome.
I do.
Okay. All right. So the first one is so this is dating terms, but kind of more specifically geared toward apps.
Okay. Now, are these like serious dating apps, or like more like the Tinder, Grindr? Like I just want to get after it.
I think it's all over the board.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Mosting.
Mm-hmm. Is that a dude that doesn't shave his pubes and then he's like gets one of those steamers first and he gets them nice and warm and stinky and then he's like most. It's like the male version of moist.
Oh, I gotcha. You take the I out. There's no I in moisting. It's mosting.
Yeah.
You're stuck on the pubes thing, man.
So was your doctor, and she's still pissed.
Yeah,
and you're still hurting. I don't know. Now it makes sense why you're not sitting down during our recording.
I'm on a donut right now. Mosting is the act of coming on really strong before ghosting. So a moster will talk about the future, call you the person of their dreams, and make a load of romantic gestures, only to ditch the relationship entirely.
I oftentimes like to make a load of romantic gestures.
I know you do.
Yeah, one at a time. But you know.
In my day, maybe I'm too old-timey, we would just call that leading someone on. That's just what that's called.
Makes sense.
It's the same goddamn thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
But you got to call it mosting because now,
I like mine better.
Fancy words. Yours
like
is better.
Like in your description, you're like, I like long walks on the beach, mosting.
Right.
Because girls that have or guys, your partner who would have that, like it's a fetish and they're like, oh, stinky pube boy, I'm all over you. I guess girls can't most. Sorry.
Okay. I think I should just step out of the room, let you continue. Mm-hmm. Next up is shadowing.
Ooh, shadowing.
This could go in a lot of directions.
Oh,
there could be things like, puppetry of the penis stuff going on here. There could be lots of stuff.
What I came up with was so gross and so wrong. It has nothing to do with dating or anything. So no, you tell me what shadowing.
Are you sure? You don't tell me?
No, it is so.
You should tell me, and then I'll bleep it out
funny.
so everybody just hears bits of it.
It's just somebody who has like explosive diarrhea, and they like do it all over their partner, and then when the partner gets up, like on the bed is their shadow. It doesn't even make sense on the dating app.
When the person gets up, it's just their shadow.
It doesn't even make sense. Oh, that's the first thing that came to mind.
Oh, I'm not going to bleep that out now. That should be a thing.
boy.
There's probably a secret society for that.
I would think.
It's probably on the dark web.
I would think.
Shadowing. When someone poses with a hot friend who takes up the majority of their profile photos on a dating app. So essentially, these people are their hot friend's shadow and know full well that you'll be lured into the conversation because you falsely believe that they're the hot one in the picture.
Oh.
That's
so it'd be like
sneaky.
if you and I took a picture on my dating app and they're like, white guy is into me. But really,
Right.
And it would be like you would be in the center and the chili would be off to the side.
Right.
And then I'm like, no, it's me.
And
then
you
they're
show
like,
up and they're like, oh. They're like, wah, wah.
totally. Because you're what? You're 6'1", 6'2"?
6'1".
6'1", so I put all that in there, and then I show up.
Hi.
And there's like, what's this little brown dude doing
You
here?
look very different.
Yes.
Your picture does not represent you very well.
Hey,
Where's
let me
your
show
friend?
you what I thought shadowing was, lady.
You into shadowing? So basically, you're the grenade.
I just,
Is the way it works out.
well, when you said shadowing, I thought the D was a T. I thought it was shadowing.
Chat.
Yeah.
Owing.
Yeah.
And you're owing that chat.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. R bombing.
R bombing. R bombing. I don't have anything for R bombing.
R bombing is when someone reads messages you've sent but deliberately ignores them. So all you see is red or those evil blue ticks on WhatsApp.
Oh, right. Or
This
have
is
you
not
ever-
just. This isn't restricted to just dating scenarios, by the way.
No, no.
I get mad if my dad reads my message and doesn't write me back.
I'm surprised you even message him. But have you ever, like, you text somebody, and it could be anybody, and then you see the three blue, like if you have an iPhone, you see
and
three
it
blue, and you're
stops.
waiting, and then nothing.
And then like
like-
hours go by. You're like,
you're
well,
like,
what the fuck were you saying?
You're like, I just wanted to know if you were going to be home tomorrow after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This shit happens on Twitter too with DMs. You see like the writing a message thing, you know? R bombing. Next is mountaineering.
Oh, this sounds good. I guess this is when you dress like a Canadian Mountie, and then you sit on either a man's or woman's boobs.
Oh, okay. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Like,
'Cause
but
they're
you got to
mountains.
clinch them, like clinch the nips in your butt cheeks.
Okay.
Did
well,
you like
I've been.
that? Did you like my
I
visual
like.
on that?
I like how you're tucking in real tight there
Yeah.
on video.
Yeah.
I have been fully clinched since I got my physical. You know that.
Chris and Kristen know a lot about this.
Oh, the Myers.
Yeah.
Of How Was Your Week, Honey?
Yeah.
Fame.
Yes, they're big mountaineers.
I'm sure they've done some
Both
mountaineering.
to each other. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Couples mountaineering.
It's typically like a 69 mountaineering is the weirdest looking thing, but it works.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That just
You have to have big boobs that flop over to the side.
the visuals you guys are missing out on today. I'm sorry. Mountaineering describes the act of reaching for people way out of your league. This isn't particularly awful, but if you're mountaineering, it's worth considering whether you really like your potential date or if you're just interested in the confidence boost that comes with dating someone defined as hot. Hey, fuck that. I say aim high. You're interested in somebody, go for it.
I always felt like a sense of like appreciation when like somebody who is like way below me would try to
Wow.
think that they could get somebody like me. And I'm like, that is so sweet. And I'm
That
like,
is adorable.
yeah. I'm like, you know what? Let's shadow. If nothing else, I can shadow you.
I will shadow you,
Yeah.
but that's it. But that's
Yes.
I appreciate your spunk.
But my whole thing
Now
about
have some of mine.
if you're looking for a long-term relationship, hey man, eventually gravity is going to win. You're going to be both ugly as dirt. Who cares?
That's true. It's a good point. And
Yeah.
not to mention, you don't need to like put yourself down and be like, I'm not in their league. Let them do that. Let them make you feel like shit. That's not your job.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people that were not in my league, and they just thought I would, it's like, oh, look at him, he's got a big dick, and it was like, it was.
And you're like, wait, who? The guy? You mean
What?
The
I got
guy?
no
I'm-
pubes.
The guy I'm shadowing in my
I
picture.
got
He's
no
got a big
pubes
dick.
to make it look bigger. So no,
That's true. That's why you shaved, just so it looks bigger.
whatever, man. It also
Yeah.
smells a lot better.
Well, all right. That's fine.
Ask your
next-
doctor.
Poor gal. Next is clout lighting.
Oh,
I mean, Jesus.
this is something new because this just came up on my news feed.
Okay.
Oh shit! What is this? Clout lighting.
I'm anxious to hear what you've come up with for this. 'Cause
This
is tough.
this is a weird one. It is.
I'll just warn you. This
Yeah.
is straight up cold blooded.
Yeah, no. Go ahead, because it did come because it was clout lighting is the latest thing. Is that when people take somebody's food? No,
No, it's not clout lighting.
no.
Clout lighting is a combo of gaslighting and chasing social media clout. So
Oh,
someone will
yes.
someone will bait the person they're dating on camera with the intention of getting them upset or angry and making
So
them
this
look
is where
stupid.
I got the food thing from. Was
Right.
that right? Somebody would like eat somebody. No. This was what it was like. Somebody was like, "Don't eat my last whatever," because I don't know. And then they'd eat it and record it, and they're like, "I told you not to eat it," blah blah blah, and they got all upset. So yes, it was an article that said the.
Did you actually hear of this term?
Yes, it was. I don't know if it was BuzzFeed, but it came up on my news feed, and
that's
said,
funny. I thought you were full of shit this whole time.
No. Clout lighting. It's one of the scariest things on social media right now, and hear what it was. And so they had a video of some guy did something to his girlfriend that was like super mean.
Yes.
And she's like bawling, and he's totally laughing at her.
And then they use it. They make a video of it and share it so that they get a bunch of likes and all that shit, and everybody laughs at them. That's fucking cold.
You know what I do
man.
for that is I review somebody else's gin, and then I get a bunch of views and likes.
That works fine. That's a much nicer way to do it, especially when you're positive about it. But stop clout
And so
lighting,
one of them that
fuckers.
they had was a food thing. Like for some reason, this thing was really important to this girl. I don't know why, but
And she just lost her shit.
so she came up to like grab it to eat it, and he just grabbed it out of her hand and ate it. And she just
She's
she's
lost
like,
her mind.
I think it was more because she said, "Please don't eat this. This is my." It
Sure,
wasn't
of
what
course.
it was. It was just
Right.
the trust and
And
he
then
was
he
like,
filmed.
he's like,
trust.
ha 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 ha, and she was really sad.
And then of course the video went viral. And anytime you go look at that video, you're contributing to the clout lighting. So stop it.
I didn't watch the video. I read the description of the video. Just wait till we get together in Reno in June, in maybe the Thursday. That's the 20th.
Did we got confirmation yet? Anybody out there?
Yeah.
Next up is, there's a few more to go here. Scrooging. Good luck.
Yeah, I thought maybe a dildo that looked like the Scrooge, but that's not that fun.
This is similar to one we had last time we talked about this, which was called the turkey dump. You know what that was?
I forget the turkey dump.
This is when someone dumps their partner before Christmas, so they don't have to get them a present.
So is this before Christmas? Oh no, so Scrooging, I don't know what's good before
Scrooging is for Christmas.
Okay.
Turkey dump was before
Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Yeah. So similar deal.
That happens a lot.
Yeah. Next up is sneeding.
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 Can you spell it for me?
SNEATING. Sneeding.
Origin? Can you use it in a sentence?
It's yes, I could use it in a sentence, but I'll probably give it away. Sneeding is agreeing to go on dates purely so you can have a free meal.
Yeah, that's
So
fair.
I guess it's a combination of sneaky and eating.
I guess, yeah. That makes sense.
And this has got to be a common occurrence. I think people.
I don't think this is anything new.
No.
No.
You know who doesn't have to worry about this? Emil Rattlebrand. Because he's in the Netherlands and they just go Dutch. So he never has to worry about it. They all buy their own food.
Oh, boy.
2 more. Clearing.
Oh, that's when you nair somebody's private parts.
See, we keep coming back to this pubic hair removal situation.
I'm bent about that.
It's like the theme. It's like
it
the
is
theme for this
so
damn
gross.
show.
It is so gross.
You're so gross, is what you're telling me.
I hope your lady friend doesn't go anywhere near that area with her face if you don't clean it up.
Wow.
And if she does, I hope it's only because she gets to shadow you.
Well, that's always on the table. Or the bed. Or whatever. The car. When we're so miserable, thanks to Christmas being over, the cold weather, and general seasonal dreariness, that we will hook up with anyone just so we don't feel completely unattractive. Whoa.
Wow.
I think that's just like a slump buster. I don't think it has to be seasonal. I think,
No.
you're just not feeling it. You just need somebody to make you feel like you're worth something. So you go out there and get after it.
That's an under the stair troll that wrote that one. That's just that. What? No. Who's done that?
I don't know.
Although, again, I've always lived in California, so I don't really have that seasonal cold weather.
From the guy who every year says, I know the holidays are tough. If you're having trouble, reach out and talk to someone. And now you're shitting on those people. You're shadowing those people.
Shadowing the crap out of those
By
people.
saying, does that actually happen to anybody where they got to go fuck somebody because they don't feel good after the holidays?
But then you're not that depressed. You're just horny.
Well, sometimes
That's
you got to
different.
find something to take your
That's
mind
different.
away from the depression. So there it is.
I guess I have 2 fortune cookies.
I swear. So have you ever seen, which movie is it? It's a Woody Allen movie where they're all operating his brain center.
Yes.
They're all like inside.
Yeah.
And like they're talking to that gal and all of a sudden she goes, why do you have that funny look on your face? And they go, who pushed the funny look on the face button? This is what's going on in your head. It's like the movie Inside Out.
Yeah.
It's just there's like a team of people in there and somebody just hit the fortune cookie button. Like what? They must love when we record. They must love when we record every week because they're like, sweet, get the fucking board out. We're going to go ape shit.
I'm going to need a minute.
I mean, get fortune cookie.
I didn't mean it was not fortune cookie. I meant to say chocolate chip cookie. All right.
You all right?
No.
Just not composed today. It was the delay. It's my fault.
No, it's 2 on 3. If they would have put you in the goddamn title, would have been fine.
That's the goddamn 2 on 3 podcast.
All right.
All right. Last one. Shave ducking.
Shape ducking?
Shave ducking. Now this just plays right into everything you've been talking about all episode long.
I'm going to say this has to do with somebody who goes out to dinner and orders like something with like a shaved Parmesan, and they keep sending it back over and over, and they want the duck.
I was going to say, where did the duck come in? I thought for sure you're going to turn this around and be like,
that's
this has to do with,
too easy.
Like manscaping for guys who went to the University of Oregon.
Yeah, because if you figure like if your pee-pee is like soft and if you're on your back and your pee-pee is soft and it's laying on your brothers, but your brothers are tight, it could look like a duck or a swan with its neck turned back.
I guess so. You want me to be a shave ducker because that means I'd be cleaning myself up.
I want you to trim for your lady friend.
Shave ducking is a nasty consequence of the rise of facial hair. Is that guy actually hot or is his beard covering up a weak chin?
Wow.
Shave ducking because you do anything to dodge that guy getting a shave and trimming off your affections in the process.
Oh, I've known a few people whose husbands or boyfriends had beards and they shaved them off and they were like, "Oh no, you keep that thing because no.
You don't have a face."
Yeah.
That my brother constantly complains about this, or doesn't complain, but he admits to the fact that he continues to rock his beard because he's like, I have no chin.
Yeah, that's fine. You do. Hey, we all want to look our best. So whether it's growing facial hair or shaving your head, like if you're starting to lose your hair, you just freaking, my big thing though, dudes, as you get older, trim your goddamn eyebrows. If you're not going to trim your pubes. That's my nickname for my pubes.
If you're having a fortune cookie,
if you're eating a fortune
and it drops
cookie,
in your pubes,
yeah, you have to shave your eyebrows.
I have my my barber asks me every time, goes, "Hey, you want me to trim that up?" I'm like, "Go for it. I don't want to do it."
As you know, frickin' use a little frickin' moisturizer and get those ashy elbows nice and soft. Same with the knees.
Oh no, we're back to the goddamn mascara minute segment.
That's right. It's a whole new season coming up. I might bring it back.
You should. It's a new year.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of changes coming up in NASCAR this year.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll just stick to the NASCAR part, not the NASCAR.
Probably a good call.
Well, I think that's all we have this week, Neil.
Wow.
I did want to say there was a segment that I saw on Wired that was called The Year in Robots, and I was going to get into it, but I think we've covered most of the major issues that are covered in that.
Well, we can get into it next week.
No, it's. I think we've covered quite a lot of it, and
okay.
I think it's just more horrifying news that's just going to depress me. Although it was nice because speaking of the 2 on 3 pod, Chris from the 2 on 3 pod, he tweeted the other day a music video that's about people working. It's like a animated music video and a silly song, and it's about people working on a distant planet for their robot overlords. So we might need to make a drop for that, and that just that's my tech fear segment every week.
And I want to thank the 2 on 3 podcast for treating you so well, but forgetting to put your name in the title of their episode.
That's so rude.
Not rude.
That's just disingenuous.
Just truth.
No.
Truth.
Thank you for having me on the 2 on 3 pod. Go check that out, episode 52.
Oh, you know what? But if you forget that it's episode 52 and you pull it up on any sort of podcatcher and you're like, oh, which one is Madison? You won't know by the title.
Thank you for listening to our show. You can find us at reasonsareseveral.com. For the love of God, would you go write a review? I mean, one of you. Seriously, we haven't had a review in a while.
If
Please
you
go
want to write
a
a review for 2 on 3 Pod, just say, hey, can you please put your guest in the title
damn
number?
it.
That would be great.
By the way, I started making some headliner clips. I only have released 1 or 2 so far. Those are those little audio clips you can put directly embedded into Twitter and Instagram. So I'm trying to put more of those out there just to give people a little taste of our antics.
Right.
And a teaser of our shows. So go check those out. Also go check out Dark Angels and Pretty Freaks as well as Halos and Heathens if you want more of Neil talking about pubes. You can tweet us, as I said before, at ReasonsAre and at AngelsFreak7. Email us at reasonsarseveral@gmail.com. We will be back next week, which is, what is that day? Is that a Thursday?
Thursday. But let me say this to you before we go.
Sure.
I wish you and your family a very happy and healthy and prosperous new year.
You as well. And to that I say adieu.
Adieu.